My name is Lindley Countryman. I teach at Malcolm Price Lab School at the University of Northern Iowa. I teach 7th grade science and 11th grade biology. Well, this learning activity was an exploration with the students measuring heart rate. And we started yesterday measuring the effect of exercise on heart rate. And today we continued that and looked at also the effects of body position on heart rate. Well, I have 3 goals for this activity. The first goal is to get students to understand that there are a multitude of factors that impact heart rate. The second one is to realize that you can collect data and draw conclusions from those. The third one is that various technologies vary in their usefulness. I have an assessment rubric for the end of the unit, and in that end of the unit I assess how well they use the equipment, how well they analyze their data. There's a variety of things that I include in that final rubric. But you're assessing kids all the time. You're looking at, are they on task? Do they understand what's happening? Circulating around to make sure that everybody understood how to figure averages, because sometimes they forget that. And just a general awareness of whether students are really thinking about the questions when you do classroom discussions. You try to focus on, is everybody paying attention? And does it look like they're understanding some of the concepts that people are bringing up about heart rate and the impact of exercise on that? Actually, this takes about the same amount of time that it has in the past, but we were able to do it in 2 days because we're now blocking, so we have 90-minute classes. It normally took 3 to 4 days, and so it's about the same amount of time. In terms of information processing, that's not intuitive when you first look at it, because it sounds like it's set up for people to search things on the internet and find information. But really, if you look at the first 2 parts, appreciation and pre-research, those were the things that happened with the dissection. It caused them to be motivated about learning more about the heart and to start searching for more information about the heart. Well, the search, the interpretation, the communication, and the evaluation were all evident today in this activity. Also, we looked at critical thinking and decision making because they had to analyze their data. And through the classroom discussions, we thought together and tried to make meaning as a group of their information. And I think that the students are empowered by this activity because they're the ones that drive the activity. The follow-up of looking at the positions and their impact on heart rate were ones that certainly were led by me, but the students came up with what they should do and how they should do it, so they were empowered in that activity. And in the end, they took the individual responsibility to return the equipment, and pretty much they all did it, returned it properly. My current students impact my activity because they tend to be very social, and they weren't today. They weren't as social as they normally are, and they weren't as verbal in terms of, usually I have 4 or 5 people, and they tend to be boys in this class, that are like waving their hands and wanting to answer, and I didn't see that today. But because of that, normally what I have to do is really focus on making sure that I ask girls the questions that are at the same depth level as I ask boys, and that everybody is participating fully. And that's probably the biggest impact of this class on any activity. But they were somewhat unusual today.